to talk to you about how to navigate through your 3rd grade back-to-school math centers. After you click on your Google Classroom and head to Assignments, find this assignment under the Back-to-School Week 1. When you click on it and open it up, it will ask you to type your name. This is very important to type your name. I want you to highlight the word type and then type your name into the line. Then head over to slide number 2. Student directions. Read the directions at the top of each center to learn what to do. Most centers will have you do one of 2 things. Either typing centers. Boxes like this hashtag are where you should type just a number as your answer. Boxes like this are where you should type numbers, words, and or equations like 1 + 1 for your answer. Drag and drop centers. Some centers have objects like these. For 30 cents, 20. You'll need to click and drag them to where they belong. Special centers. Sometimes you will need to do more than type or drag and drop to complete a center. These special centers will have tips from the characters to help you. Scroll to the side of this slide to find one. You found a tip. Be sure to check the sides of the slides to find hidden tips that will help you complete the centers. Center 1, Math Journal. Read the question carefully. Use words, numbers, or pictures to show your thinking. Be sure to write your answer in complete sentences. Peter has 3 quarters, 1 dime, and 3 pennies. How much money does he have altogether? Use words and pictures to explain the strategy you use to solve. Here, you can move the coins up and then add a text box underneath. Click inside the text box, you can highlight it, and then use count on to figure out the amount of money. Be sure to read the word problem carefully. Then over here, you're going to type in your explanation. I have already started my explanation with, I start with the largest coin first. Then continue to write an answer explaining how you came to your final solution. Center 2, Word Problems. Carefully read each word problem, solve, and record your answers. Don't forget the label. Rita read 56 pages on Monday and 37 pages on Tuesday. How many pages did she read altogether on Monday and Tuesday? I know that the problem is asking me how many pages she read altogether, which means they want to know the total amount. Since Rita read 56 pages, I'm going to type in to the text box 56. And since I know that it's all together, I'm going to put a plus sign. To put a plus sign, you need to hit the Shift key and plus. On Monday, Rita read 37 pages. On Tuesday, Rita read 37 pages. So I'm going to add 37 to 56 to get my total amount. I'm going to put in my equal sign. Now I'm going to add it together. I may need to get a scratch piece of paper to help me solve. I know that 7 plus 6 is 13. So 3 will go in the ones place. And then I know that I'll have 10 carried over to the tens place. There are 5 tens and 3 tens. That will total 8 tens plus the 10 that I had carried over. So that would equal 9 tens all together. So my final answer is 93. 93 what? 93 pages read. When it says to label, it means to tell me what I'm solving for, which is the total of pages that reader read on Monday and Tuesday. Continue solving the word problems and be sure to read each problem carefully. Doubles. Match the equations with their answers. An example has been done for you. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Pull from the equation side, for instance 6 plus 6, and match it with the answer side. 6 plus 6 equals, can you figure it out? Go ahead and continue matching the equations with the answers. Center 4, clocks. Match the analog clocks with the digital times that the clocks show. Let's do A together. I know that this shorthand right here is pointing to the hour, which is 1. So that means that it is 1 o'clock. Now we're looking at the minute hand. It is pointing to the 2. If I count by 5s, I can figure out how many minutes past 1 it is. Starting at 1, I count by 5s. 5, 10. So it is 10 minutes past 1. I come over here to the digital time and it's already highlighted. Bring it over to underneath my clock and put it in place. Now see if you can figure out the rest of the time shown. Slide 6 and 7 are both clocks. Math Center 5, coins. Match the value to each set of coins. Start with the greatest amount and count on. Let's do A together. These are dimes, and a dime is worth 10 cents. 10, 20, 30, add the penny, 31 cents. Come over here to the answers and click on your answer 31, drag it over, and lock it in place. Go ahead and finish Center 5. Center 6, fact families. Write all 4 facts that belong to each fact family. A fact family is when the numbers are all related to each other. Let's do A together. Click on the first slot, highlight the word. Now be careful because as you can see, I can move the whole blank space. But you want to make sure is that you have a cursor blinking. You can highlight the word type and it will delete the entire word while you type in your answer. I know that 2 plus 3 equals 5. So I click on 2. I'm going to hit Shift and the plus sign to get my plus sign. 3 and then the equal sign. 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now I know that if I flip those numbers, 2 and 3, to 3 and 2, I also get 5. Again, I would double click on the word type to highlight it. Type 3, then Shift, plus 2 equals 5. Go to the next one. Now we're going to do our subtraction. Again, double click on type so it highlights the whole word and you don't have to delete it letter by letter. Start with the whole number 5 minus 2 equals 3. Click on the last one, double click so that you get it highlighted. 5 minus, I used 2 last time, so this time I'm going to go to 3 equals 2. My fact family is complete for 2, 3, and 5. Go ahead and complete the other equations. Moving on to slide 10, hundreds chart. Drag the correct colors onto the hundreds chart, then answer the questions. Step 1, color coding. Color all even numbers on the chart red. Step 2, color all odd numbers on the chart blue. Step 2, observing patterns. When you add 2 odd numbers, is the sum even or odd? And type your answer. When you add 2 even numbers, is the sum even or odd? Type your answer. And 3, when you add an even number and an odd number, is the sum even or odd? Tip: click the blue squares to make the color larger and cover more squares at once. So we're going to take our cursor and hover it over the red and then click on it and go ahead and color all our even numbers on the chart red. Now watch as I drag it down using the little blue spot. See how it turns into 2 long arrows? I can pull it down, and I can pull it all the way down to just cover my even numbers, because that whole row is going to be even. If you notice, all the numbers in the ones place is a 2. Then I could do the same thing with my next row by clicking on the red and going to my next row of even numbers. I'll let you figure that one out. You can do the same thing with the blue. Click on it, drag it over to where the odd number is, and change it to 3. Remember, when it changes the arrow like this, you can pull it this way, or you can pull it down. Take your time and try your best. Slide 11. Missing add-ins. Place the missing add-in in the number sentences to make them true. 7 plus what equals 16? Again, you hover over your answer and drag it to the correct spot. I need to think, what is 16 take away 7 in order to get the other part? Think carefully and find your answer. Move to slide 12. Patterns. Here, you're going to look at the pattern and figure out what it's counting by. Match the missing number to the pattern. Again, you're going to click and drag your answer over. Move to 13, slide 13. This is your final center, number 10. Write the problem. You can see here that I've already have one written for you. I know that the sum is 26 pencils. What I don't know is what's my answer, my question. So I need to figure out what 2 numbers equal 26. I know that 13 plus 13 equals 26, so I can make a problem with those 3 numbers. Here I wrote, Sarah has 13 pencils and Tony has 13 pencils. How many pencils do they have all together? When typing your answer, do not worry about spelling. What I'm looking for is, can you write a word problem that has the same answer? And that concludes my navigation through our back to school math centers. Thank you for joining me.